So today's Cup of Joe lesson, overcoming creative blocks. Those times when you get stumped, we all have them. Whether it's a bout of writer's block, whether you've arrived at a certain piece in your project where you're just kind of like not feeling it, you're not sure where to take it, your creativity is run dry. There's something that I found that works really, really well. You know, I'm a huge fan of asking questions. We always forget that these are tools that we can use at our disposal. So this particular technique comes from a book that I was reading on vacation called Accidental Genius. I love this book because, just listen to the tagline there. Accidental Genius, revolutionize your thinking through private writing. So it's all about, if you want to become a better thinker, then use your writing to do that. I always say some of the best communicators, when I hear them communicate really well, I think one of two things. They're either an avid reader or a writer, or probably both. And so a lot of the techniques in this book is stuff we talk about here. Stream of consciousness writing, just writing without stopping, no editing, sort of the morning pages approach, right? But one of the techniques in here he calls focus changers. But the really simple solution here, and I love how this is phrased. Are you ready for it? The solution? Start a new conversation with yourself. So anytime you get stuck, now this doesn't have to be with your writing, this doesn't have to be with your work. This can even just be personal. Anytime you're feeling stuck, anytime you're feeling like you hit a creative rut, anytime you're not sure what to do next, try starting a new conversation with yourself. So some focus changing questions, all right? How can I make this exciting? How can I add value? What else can I say about this subject? Why am I stuck at this particular point? How can I get unstuck? What am I missing here? What am I wrong about here, and why? So do you see how any one of these questions, you could have your own free writing session. Any one of these sessions, maybe even just use it at the start of your own creative session. Maybe use it as a prompt. If you're not sure where to go next, or maybe you just want to get that warm-up going. You know how it takes a little while to sometimes get into the zone? Maybe you want to use this as the 5 to 10 minute warm-up. You look back at something that you already wrote. Maybe you look back at a pivotal scene. Pivotal scene. Why do I always mess up on that word? Maybe you look back at a part of writing that you loved, or a part of writing that maybe you didn't love. And you ask yourself some of these questions and you free write about it, and who knows? Maybe it can give you a completely different way to go. Maybe it'll inspire new ideas for you. All right, let's go through some more. How can I prove that? How can I disprove that? What do I think about that? If I continue to think that way, what might happen? What other problems like this one have I experienced? What solutions can I borrow from past problems that can be applied to this current one? So you see how these really spark a different train of thought. And that's kind of the key here, is you want to make new connections, new creative connections. All right, let's keep going, shall we? A couple more here. I didn't include all of them here, but I just wanted you to kind of get the idea. What does this remind me of? What's the best case scenario? What's the worst case scenario? What am I doing right? What am I doing brilliantly? How can I jump the track? Interesting, right? Let's go through another one here. Which strengths of mine or my company's can I apply? Which weaknesses need to be compensated for? Where's the proof that the statement is true? How am I the wrong person for this project? How am I the right person for this project? If I wanted to make a big mistake here, what would I do? I love some of these. And of course, there's quite a bit more, but I wanted you to just get the feeling of changing your focus. I like the title there, Focus Changers. And that's usually the problem sometimes when we're creatively stumped. You're just so focused on that thing that sometimes you have to creatively distract yourself to change focus, to make a new connection where one wasn't connecting before. That's what the root of creativity really is. That's why it's so great to travel, to be in nature, to drive down new paths, to see new things, read new books, talk to new people. All of these things inspire new connections that link up with old ones and make new creative ideas. So the next time you're stumped, think about, okay, how can I change my focus? And I think the easiest way you can do that is just start asking yourself a series of questions. When you ask your mind a question, it can't help but go on a treasure hunt for the answer. Even after you've stopped actively focusing on it, you can ask yourself these questions, maybe before bed, maybe before an afternoon, creative nap. Ask yourself one of these questions and just let your subconscious chew on it. Ask yourself a couple of these questions and take a walk in nature and just have some time to think. Ask yourself some of these questions and free write about them. It's a super easy technique, and I love having tools in the tool bag that you can say, all right, I'm stumped here. I'm not sure where to go here. I feel dry here. What do I need to do? Let me pull out the focus changer questions. And sure enough, I think you'll arrive at maybe not the answer, maybe a different answer, maybe a new approach. It helps to have these in our tool bag. And maybe you already have a few that you ask yourself. Maybe some of these questions inspired some of your own questions. I'd encourage you to jot those down. Put them in a document somewhere, print them out, pull them out whenever you might need them. Could be an interesting way to, let's say, for bloggers. Maybe you're struggling with content. I've been in that situation many times. Maybe you can take one topic and turn it into 10 or 15 different topics, spin-offs, by just asking these questions. If you're looking for different marketing angles, these are some pretty great questions to ask as well. Because I've done that as well. I usually tend to go negative. What is wrong with me? Why can't I figure this out? How come everybody else seems to figure it out and I can't? And of course, those are not productive. Those are not productive questions. We don't want our mind going on a treasure hunt to find answers for that, because I'm sure it could find some stuff. So instead, we control. We control what happens up here. Don't let it control us. Shift the focus to productive questions. Big Unchained Writer group hug. High fives all around. You know the drill. Give yourself that well-deserved pat on the back. Don't be so hard on yourself. Let's all forgive ourselves for our lack of progress, our mistakes, being human. Let's just do the one right next thing we know to do. Look forward to being back with you real soon. Bye, guys.